Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. I just want to welcome you to, if you're listening to the Self Care SAS. Uh, well, it's my thought for today. And what I do, just so in case it's the first time you're listening, I'm Cindy Keil. I am a certified self care and wellness coach. And what I do is help women and others simplify their heads, their hearts, and their homes. And how I do that is I offer one on one coaching, I offer group coaching programs, and I offer support and most importantly, accountability. And and that's all in you by making the choice to invest in you, in your overall well-being and self-care. So with that, I just wanted to share my thoughts on a few things that I've experienced over the last few weeks. For those of you who are on Clubhouse, that's great. Clubhouse is it's a software, and but it's a live like podcast, and there are thousands of people on Clubhouse, just like there are thousands of people on all other social media sites like, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you may be, Twitch, wherever that may be for you. And it is live. So what you do is you join Clubhouse, then you pick the types of things you like to do, whether it's reading, psychology, education, political, religious, spirituality, self care, and entrepreneurship. If you're in corporate America, medical, there's all book clubs, there's all different types of things. And then there's crypto and NFTs, and you learn about coins and how to buy what's called an NFT, a non fungible token. And I love being in crypto, and I am in crypto, and it's part of what I do in my spare time. But that's another day. But what I want to do is ask you this. Are you a dramatizer? And what I mean by that is, do you like to create drama or associate yourself with people that are constantly creating drama and trauma and pushing their views on other people or bullying other people, or if someone's giving some kind of a talk or discussion, interrupting and putting them down? And basically, it's bullying in my view, because I was bullied as a child, and I will tell you it's no fun. So I've had experienced a dramatizer, and that's what a dramatizer is to me. So if you would like to share in the comments what you feel a dramatizer is, I'm going to tell you an experience I had. I'm not going to name names, but I will tell you I was in this last experience, Clubhouse, and I surround myself with positive people who inspire me to be a better human being and to serve others in the best way by supporting them in good times and bad times and in different times. And I discuss this and I preach this to everyone I know. So whether you're listening for the first time, this is the authentic me. And I am here to serve others in the best way. So we got, we were talking, and we were all going to go to this discussion where we were going to sit and listen to this individual's story. So this individual is a man. He is a wonderful human being from the inside out. And he was sharing his trials and tribulations of growing up and throughout. And we were in this room about 3 hours. So during that, you have host. And there could be one person who hosts the room, and that's the owner of the room. Or you could have a co-host. And so there were two co-hosts, a male and female. And and the other gentleman was interviewing him and asking him, "You want to share your experience?" So he began his story. Well, in the middle of the story, the gal, who's the other host, for some reason, they must have had some type of arrangement, a co-creation, which is like a business partnership of some type. And I don't know all what happened, but she made a comment, well, let's discuss it now. But the topic of the room, which is every clubhouse has a room, and you own the room, you name the room, and you invite other people to come. Or some people will be going through the different clubhouse rooms that are available, and they'll click and they'll join. And you just click a button to speak, or you can click the button to leave at any time. And you just sit in the audience and you just listen. And it is live, but now they offer a recorded room. So once you do the room, you can record it. And so anyway, he politely says to her, "No, I don't think we need to discuss that now." And then the other host continues to interview him. Well, then at the end, or different parts of the interview, which he talks about his childhood, which was very rough for him, which connected with me and resonated with me. And then he goes on to how he got into his, different types of occupations in corporate America and as an entrepreneur, and how he made it. Then he fell down, then he got the hell back up and kept on going. And so toward the end, several people come up and asked questions and shared how great it was to hear their story and how it connected with them, or what they got out of it. Well, one person got up and shared how, they're inspired by his story. And she happened to say something that triggered the other host, the lady that he had the co-creation with, as I call it, a business partnership. And she just started going off like, "I don't care if this is what we're discussing." And the room wasn't about her. It wasn't about the other host either. It was about that individual telling their story, so we could get to know them on a more personal level. And she just went off, "I don't care if you want to listen or not. I'm going to tell the story." So I almost hit the speaker button, ask to speak button, and get up there and tell her what I thought of her doing that. And instead, because I did not know everything, I just knew that the person I was there to listen to and listen to their story was probably a little bit taken back, but he did what I did. He clicked off. He left the room. And you know what? I stayed there for a few more seconds, composed myself, took a deep breath like I always teach you. But if it's your first time, take a deep breath, breathe in calm, peace, and joy, and breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. I decided I wasn't going to be a part of this dramatized party. And she was dramatizing, and she was taking over the whole party. And the whole party was, we were there to hear this story, because we wanted to learn a little more about this individual and get a more personal connection, or it connected with you in some way, shape, or form because of your upbringing or the trials and tribulations you went through life. So I decided not to be a part of the party. Now, his wife, who was a wonderful human being, and so is he, she starts saying, "This isn't the place. This isn't the time. That's not what we're all here for." And she just said, "I don't give a shit, basically. I'm going to say what I got to say. And I don't care if you like it or not. And everybody here is going to hear what I have to say about this, because I'm right and you're wrong." And it just went on. So I took a deep breath and I hit the leave button. And then I sat back because now it's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I've listened and I was looking forward to the end of that story and the goodness out of it. I got all that. I left out the last 45 minutes and I hit the leave button. And I decided not to be a party to the drama and the trauma and the bullshit that was going on in that room. So now I've thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm going to give her some grace because there's something more going on when you need to become the drama, become the main event, or attempt to, I don't know, overpower. I don't know what it was, but I decided to give her some grace, and here's why. There's something more going on in her life, and I mean in her overall well-being, the self-care. And what I mean by that is in her heart and in her soul, there's something that happened or something that's going on inside her. And no matter what was going on, all she needed to hear was one word to trigger in order for her to go off and carry on and create the drama that she created, the dramatization of the whole discussion. So I gave her some grace and I said a prayer for her. And I hope that she takes a pause at some point. I don't know what she's decided to do or what's going on, because I honestly don't want to be a part of it. But I did say a prayer for her and gave her some grace. So my thought for today is, whenever you're in a space, a place, so whether it's online or in person or on the phone, or you're on a FaceTime, or you're in a meeting, business-wise or personal-wise, and someone starts creating drama and trauma, bullying, and putting down someone else because of their views or whatever that may be, I implore you to hit that leave button, to leave the party, and take a deep breath, and then breathe out and leave the drama behind and say something nice. If you don't have anything good to say, the best thing to do is don't say anything at all, because you cannot take your words back. Any hurtful words you say to someone, an individual or otherwise, I truly believe that yes, you want your voice heard. We all want to be heard. But when it hurts other people, it's not good. It's not who I am. And yes, I have said words, and I probably will continue at one time or another, say a hurtful word to someone. But you have to forgive yourself. And you have to take a pause and give yourself some grace. So that is my thought for today in regards to self-care, because for example, if I was going to hit that button, get up on the stage, I was going to get all stressed out. I probably wouldn't have slept. And the thing is, I gave her some grace and I prayed for him as well, because he didn't deserve that. It should have been handled differently, in a different way. This is my view, and I don't care if you agree with me or not. I still respect your view, good, bad, or indifferent, but I choose not to be associated with people, places, and things that are full of drama and trauma and stress. It isn't good for your overall well-being. It isn't good health-wise, because if you hang around with people that are full of drama and trauma and talk about other people in a negative way, you're going to start hanging around. You're going to attract that into your life. You're also going to attract things that don't support you in the best way, opportunities that aren't going to support you in the best way. I've been there. And that's my thought for today. So what I do encourage you to do is surround yourself with people and places and things that are positive, that are good. And you will attract people, places, and things that are positive, that are good, and good things will start falling on your lap. And you know what? When things start coming towards you that are good, all the negative, all the drama start going. So anytime you're in a place, space, wherever that may be for you, online, offline, in person, on the phone, and somebody starts talking drama, talking back, talking down people, making them feel little because they don't have the same beliefs or views that they do, or something didn't happen the way that they thought it should happen, take a pause, take a deep breath, breathe in calm, peace, and joy, and breathe out overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. I guarantee you will react differently. Maybe you'll just take a step back and listen, or maybe change the subject, or to just say, I got to go now. I forgot I have an appointment, or I'm going to leave, or I really don't want to be part of a discussion like this. And that's what I wanted to share today. The other thing I wanted to share, if you see it going across the screen, is I have a self-care workshop coming up. And I would like you to go to selfcaresas.com. It is a free 3-day live workshop. It's 1 hour each day where I teach you and educate you and mentor you in the realm of the dimensions, the most important dimensions of self-care. And it is a workshop, so I am going to provide a workbook and I'm going to provide resources every day. And it is a working workshop because you have chosen to make an investment in you, which is so valuable to me and precious to me. And I'm humbled and grateful that you decided to make an investment in yourself. So click on the link. At the end of each hour of each day, we will have a live Q&A where I will answer questions and I will share with you experiences and support you in any way I can. So please click on the link, selfcaresas.com. You can also join me in my 2 Facebook groups that are, one's a closed group that is still free and the other one is free. You go to Cindy Keil, Keil coaching, and you can go to Simplify, Declutter You, and join the Facebook groups. I also have a YouTube channel where I share lots of thoughts, tips, and resources. I also share my own personal story on there. So if you want to learn more about me and what I can do to help you in the realm of self-care, go to Cindy Keil Coaching on my YouTube channel. And if you're on Clubhouse, look me up, Coach Cindy Keil, and join the Self-Care SAS community, where I share a meditation every morning. I share what I'm grateful for, and I share a self-care thought every day. So with that, I want you to make it a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And if you would, share in the comments any experiences you've had or anything I can help you with. Just feel free to leave in the comments. And when you share something, you are healing, you are also serving others in the best way. And that's what we're all here to do, serve others in the best way. So with that, make it a great one, everyone.